And today I'm going to show you about a Revit link. You choose the right template and choose it as a project, then click on OK. And as per the template, everything will be set so that you can start working, like all the levels and all these view templates and the project unit settings, all these families, if you need any project parameters, so everything will be included in this template file. And suppose you have a landscape file. Before starting your architectural project, you will have a landscape. So you need to work along with your landscape file. So for that, we have this insert option. And if that is created in the Revit, so you can choose link Revit, or you need a IFC format. If it is created in other software like SketchUp, that can be uh, saved or exported as a IFC file. So here you can link it with IFC file. So let me just go with this link Revit, and here I have this file. Okay, so I can go with that, and where it will be placed, auto internal origin to internal origin. So automatically internal origin to internal origin it will position here. I can choose, all these options are there. So these internal origin, center to center. Center means the total geometric center uh, of your model and everything. Okay. uh, Next, we have these option, project base and shared coordinates. So I haven't demonstrated about shared coordinates and project base point. So later I will demonstrate about project base point, survey base point, then this coordinates. Okay, so now just go with this, click on open. Now let me show you in 3D, and here it is. Okay, let me activate the realistic visual style. All right, so this is added here, and now if you see that it has some other levels, like these are the levels. So if these levels are required, so you can keep them, or else you can, like, if you need to make some copy for these from this uh, Revit link, so you can copy also, or else if you don't need this level 2, right, so you can delete them. And about this level 0, so that you can change also. Here you have this level 0, level 1 and level 2. So you need to change the name of your level 1 and all. And suppose these are not needed, suppose these levels are not needed within this project, so then what you should do, go to the manage link option, as because this is the Revit link. So within this insert also you will find this manage link option, and and here you can see that I have this Revit and this is the option. And it's like the same in AutoCAD XREF. In the AutoCAD XREF, you unload it, you reload it, and you can remove it from here. And if you need to like make it a part of your Revit project, so that we can go with the bind link. I hope you remember in AutoCAD external reference we have that bind option, so we can make it a part of this project. All right, now let me go to this visibility graphics, and here I have this Revit link. So some kind of tab will be added when you will use some sort of application. So previously Revit link option was not there. When I have inserted this, now I have this Revit link, so I can uh, control the display option for this Revit link file. And here you can see the display setting is by the host view. As per the host elements of this link file, we are getting all these views. Now we need to click on this custom here and then go to the model categories and all. Here also you have this custom option. So for this basics, like these options will be visible, how it will be visible. Okay, so that you can change. Now let's come to this model category, and within this model category I don't need that labels, right? So the label, okay, label comes under annotation categories. So here we need to check custom and go to the label. Yeah, so uncheck this label, click on apply, and here you can see I don't have these labels within my scene anymore, and click on OK. And like this you can customize other things. If you need that, you can go with that, and after it click OK, apply, OK. Now you can see here also I need to change. So this visibility graphics is a view specific option. Within this view only it will be affected. Go to this model categories or annotation categories. You need to change the basic to custom, then only these will be activated. Here change it to custom and labels, apply, okay, apply, okay. All right, so you need to change if anything you want to hide or you want to display in a different format. So for that we have this visibility graphics option. Let me show you the other options about this visibility graphics. So here you can see that for this Revit link, I have this annotation categories, model categories. Suppose if I go for this topography, okay. So for this topography, I have all these things are checked right now. All these things are checked. And now for this topography, I have this projection or surface and this cut. So this projection or surface option will be visible in elevation, in section, in 3D, and this cut option generally visible for plan view, but for some objects it may change. All right. Uh, Now, if I go for this override here, I can override the original line weight, color, line type properties. So you remember in AutoCAD also we have these basic three properties of any element. So this element I can override from this visibility graphics. I can apply some pattern over there. I can apply some color changes over there. Okay, so that I can apply. Click on OK. And if any line weights you need, so that you can apply, click on OK. So this will be applied for the line graphics. Okay, this will be applied for the line graphics. And here we have this pattern option, so you can apply some pattern if it is needed. Now if you want to get back the original properties, so here we have this clear overrides, so you can clear this override. And let me go for this pattern. So here you can go for an earth pattern should be there. Yeah, so here we have this pattern. Click on OK, and you can apply some color if it is needed. So we can go with the red, and in the background if you need anything, you can go with the solid fill color if it is needed. So let me go with this color. Click on OK. Okay, and for cut also you can go with patterns. So let me show you. The same earth will apply the same earth and the same color, and now I'm not going to apply the background, so click on OK. And here you can see that the detail view, the detail view is set as per the view. So as per the view control bar, what you set, as per that it will be visible. Now you can override, you can make it coarse, so all the time you will see only the course category detail, like the minimum details you will have. Even if you choose fine detail from the view control bar, you will see the course detail always, so that you can override. All right, now you have the object style also. Here we have this object style. So each and every object has its own style, like the line type, line color, line pattern, the material, right? So we can change the original properties from here, the object, from the object style. All right, so here you can see for all the model objects we have these things. Okay, for line weight, projection and cut. The projection, you understand that it can be seen in elevation or section or in 3D view. And these cut option you generally see in the plan view. Okay, and for this casework kind of object or for ceiling kind of object, the line color will be black and line pattern is solid. So you can change these object styles, right? So I will suggest you guys to change everything, and you can try it out. Let me click on OK and apply. So I'll go with these changes only. Click on OK. All right, now let me go to the site view. Okay, so that I have applied in the 3D, right? Now I need to change it. Sorry, I need to change that in the uh, project or any elevation. As I have mentioned that this is view specific, so keep in mind where you are making the changes. Let me clear this override. Clear override. Click on OK. Clear override. Click on OK. Apply and OK. Come to site or any elevation. Go to visibility graphics. As because this is a Revit link file, so we will go to the Revit link tab. Click on this custom here, and then go to model categories. Make it custom also. Choose the topography. From here you can apply this pattern option. Click on OK. Click on apply. Okay, so here not getting any changes. Let me show you by creating some elements here. Okay, let's apply for this wall, for these walls. So let's go for it. Visibility graphics here. In the model categories, let me go to the wall. Okay, so here you can see that I have this realistic option on. So now I will go to this cut here. Let me go for solid fill. Click on OK. And in the background, if I need any pattern, that I can apply some pattern like this brickwork. And the color, I can go with this color. Click on OK. Click on apply. In the line, let me go with this line color. And line weight, click on apply. All right. For this, I think let me click override. Click on clear override. Okay. Apply. Here you can see that I can see this, right? In the shaded, I can see this. Okay. In the shaded or in the hidden style, I can see this, which I have applied. Okay. So this is how we can change the visual style. Fine. We can override our visibility of any element. Now we are using this Revit file. We have linked this Revit file here, and after that we will start creating our model. So here, let me connect it to the level 2. Okay, so this wall is created. Now we can place our grid lines and all. So for that, let me go to the level 1, and now we can start creating. And if you need to change the wall height, so that you can define, let me unconnect it and let me make it till the 1200. Apply. So this will be my boundary wall, like this. Okay. Now let me go to the level 1, and here we can start placing some grids for our layout. Okay. So now let me go with this pick line option, and let me go with 1200. So I'll give offset from each side. All right.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
So in case we want to make it straight line, sir, the orientation of this one.
Yeah,
So
definitely. We will do that. Obviously, we will do that. So for that we have true north option. So right now, this north, this is the project north, but in this at the site, I have the real north, right? So I need to align my project with true north. So I will definitely demonstrate that also. So here we have this orientation. You will see that this is oriented to the project north. Yeah, so orientation here you can see this is as project north. So when you need to define the true north, even if you go for this true north, now you will not see any difference. So you need to set the true north, and after that you will get it as straight. Okay, so that I will definitely demonstrate. So here I'm just placing the grids, all right, as per the room layout. So uh, now let's go for it. Decline option, and here let me go with 3200. Thousand 3500. Okay, if you need to place the dimension, you can place with the dimension. Go to modify, and here you have this align dimension option, or you can click on the drop down arrow for other dimensions like this linear dimension. So here linear dimension, uh, that will go in the linear direction always, and align dimension that can be placed in any angle or in horizontal and vertical direction also. So for the linear direction, it will go from point to point, but for the align dimension, it will select the lines. Let me show you. You need to specify this object, from this object to this object, and then it will be placed for the align dimension. But for the linear dimension, you need to specify the points. Okay, so right now you're not getting any point, as because nothing is in the linear direction. That's why
So
possibly.
I have a so I have a question, sir.
Yeah, go on.
So firstly, when we start a new project, we firstly
Mm-hmm.
create the grid, then we create our elements. But you
Correct,
create the
correct.
wall first, then you create the grid. So how is it possible?
No, no, no. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. That way we will go on. Okay, I'm just as because I'm just using this one, and I didn't have any grades, so I'm just creating the grades.
Okay, okay. You are just demonstrating right now.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So uh, these these are placed right now. Let me go with other grids. GR is the shortcut, and here let me go with the offset 3000. All right. So like this we can create. Fine. Now let me show you this multi-segment. We have one multi-segment. So let me just delete this one, GR grid. Let me go with the multi-segment, and here I can go with this pick line option, and I will provide that offset that will be 1200 from this. Okay. Now I will change it, start and radius like this. Sorry, the offset is applied, so it's 0, start, end, and this is going to be the radius. And now I have this trim option. This part will remain and this will remain, so I'll select it from here and then select this object. So this extra part is trimmed right now, and this is going to be my grid line. All right. So let me go for finish, and here you can see that this is one grid line which I have created. Okay, so if you don't need this grid head label to this side, so you can check this side and uncheck to this side. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so this is one multi-segment grid lines which we have created right now, and you can rename your grids. So just select all on the grid head, and again click on that number or the alphabet, and then you can change it. So for this horizontals I will make it numerical, uh, or I can make it alphabetical like this, and here I need, okay, so for this I don't need it, I don't need this. All right, and for this I will uncheck it from here, check it to this side, uncheck and check it to this side, uncheck and check it to this side. Okay, that is one, and you need to make it two. Three. Fine. So now these all are placed, and then go to architecture, and we have this column option, so you can place some columns. So for that you should have a right level, your foundation level should be created. uh, I haven't demonstrated how to create levels yet, right? So we need to define all the levels. Sorry, I forgot that. I need to set my levels before setting this grid layout. Okay, I need to set all my levels. So I will demonstrate that also, how to create all the levels. Now let me just show you quickly that how you can place this column. So if you have the right size of column, just choose it, or else what you can do, you can go to the edit type. Suppose you need 300 by 300 column or 350 by 350 column, so you can go to the duplicate option and just give it that name, 350 by 350 mm, click on OK, and then you need to change the depth and the width. So here mention the dimensions as per the type, 350 by 350, click on OK, and that you are going to place over here. Okay, now you see that it's not aligning as per the grid. So what you need to do, you need to press space bar. Okay, you need to press space bar, and it will snap at the grid location, it will snap here. Okay, now if you go to the structure also, here you will find this structural column. For placing the structural column, you have this add grid option. So you just select the grid lines, and at the grid, the junction of your grids, all the columns will be placed. The intersection point of your grids, all the column will be placed. So that option is available in the structure column, for the structure column, in the structure tab. So that's I'm not demonstrating in this architecture. So this way we can just for the architectural column, we can just simply place it like this. All right.
So what's the difference between architectural and
Oh
structural?
yes.
And
So for the architectural tab, sorry, architecture column, this is just a model. Here you cannot place all the reinforcement. So the structural elements you cannot add for this column.
okay, sir. So that means if we need to create a structural plan, we'll have to add only structural columns instead of
Yes, yes,
architectural. Okay.
yes. So for that you need to add all these structural elements, all you have. So then you can uh, add your structural rebar reinforcement. You can add. here if I show you the node family, can go to the structural column. Here you have this structural column folder. Within the library you have the structural column folder, and you have the normal column folder. So this column is for architectural column, and these are the columns for your structural column. So if you are applying structural column, so you have to choose it from this folder. And if it is a concrete, so you have to choose from this folder, and there you have this concrete, rectangular, round, square, this kind of column is there. So you just choose open, and there you have, and you need to change the type and all. Okay, so here you can see this is the depth and uh, width. Okay, so can create it like this, and there you see that these structural element you can add. So for that we have this section we can add. Okay, we can make some changes. So here no reinforcement is added. So within this we have this reinforcement, so we can add after placing it. So if I'm using the structural column, then I am allowable to add this reinforcement, otherwise I cannot add. Okay, and you need to specify the base level for this column and the top level for your column. And after that level, let me show you in 3D. So it is created from that uh, base level, that is level 1. Okay, suppose if you are placing some foundation, right? So this column will not be started from this base level, level 1, right? So for that you need to provide some base offset. Suppose your base offset is like 450. Okay, so you have a foundation and the height is 450, so it will be started from the 450, and it will be connected to the level 2. If there is any floor over there, or the slab is there, or the beam is there, so you need to give it a minus top offset, right? Do you understand about this base offset and top offset when you
Yes.
need to provide? Yes. Okay, so these kind of options you need to provide. You have to be careful about providing all this, otherwise uh, you will create the model which will clash with other elements. So it will clash with BIM if you don't provide the top offset. All right, so the best practice is make it clash free. Okay, as much as possible make it a clash free model, so that you will spend less time finding all the clash and resolving all the clash. Now we need to create all our levels, right? Now let me go for this delete, and as because I'm using this Revit link model for my reference. Okay, so here I need to create all my levels. So again I can go to that north elevation. Let me go to the north elevation, and here I have this visibility graphics and Revit link. Go to the custom and annotation categories, and check the level option. Check the level, click on apply, okay, apply and okay. And you need to uh, make all these levels. So now you see that this level from the datum panel is active right now. Either it may be from the architecture tab, or it may be from the structure tab. So you can create from the structure tab also. So there is no difference. All right. So we just have two options if you are creating any structural element. So you don't have to switch to the architecture tab for creating level. So that's why this level option or the datum elements are provided within the structure tab. So let's create levels. So this level one is already created. So I'll not go with that. I'll just say rename it later. Okay. So let me show you how you can change the uh, heights of this level. So like 3450 is there, and now let me go with renaming it. Okay, so it is going to be 1, then first floor level, enter, and click on yes. All right, now suppose if you change it anytime, if you change it, all right, so it will be changed. So there is nothing like connected with this. All right, so what we should do, we should after creating, we should go to collaborate option, and here we have this copy monitor option. Okay, so we can copy all this and we can monitor with that uh, main file. Okay, so what will happen if you change anytime, it will give you warning that you have changed. So that is the warning, because we generally copy and we keep it same, right? So from that source file you need to copy and monitor it. So let's go for it. You need to choose this select link. We have this link file, and here I will copy it. So let's go for copy, and we will copy this. Okay, that is already copied, and now you will see this monitor option, and it's being monitored right now. All right, now let me copy this also, and here you see the symbol, and now let me copy this also, and now you see this symbol, right? And for this also I should copy it. Okay, and this is being monitored. Fine. So for this ground floor, yeah, okay. And for the plinth level, if I'm doing it again, so it will show you this warning that element has already been copied, so we don't have to do it again. All right, so now let's go for finish, and here you can see that is being monitored. You can go for stop monitor. Suppose you have accidentally clicked on this stop monitoring option, so you can go to the collaborate, and there you have this monitor option. So go to the select link. From this link again you will monitor. So now you will not copy, you will only monitor. So for that, just click here and then click here. Okay, as because the two grids, two levels are aligned on top of each other, so that's why, uh, and it is monitored right now. All right, now you can see these are the levels which you have created. All right, and these are your link file. This is your link file. Now let me show you by hiding this link file. Go to the manage link and select this link file, and now let me click on unload and click on okay. Okay, and you can see the file is hidden right now, and this is the level 1. Choose the level 1. Yeah, so this is the level 1. I can delete this. All right, so if I delete this, all this will be deleted, so I don't have to worry about. So level 1 is deleted right now. Okay, and all these elements are deleted. So now what should I do? Let me just stop monitoring it. let me delete this and let me just rename it and I will monitor it. Okay, so 0 ground floor level, and yes, I need to rename it, and here you can see that is renamed right now, and I will monitor it. Let me just place it over there, and here you can see that these texts are being overlapped with each other. So here you can either change the view scale like this, you can change the view scale, and even after that if it is overlapping, so here we have this elbow, add elbow option, so you can add this elbow. So click here, you see this is the break option, you can see you can add this elbow. Okay, and with this grip points you can adjust if you need to do, and these are locked right now. So if you change the position with this circle, so all the position of this level head will be changed. Okay, so it will maintain the alignment. Now let's go to that manage, and manage link option is there, and now let me select it and click on reload and click on OK, and that is available here. And now let's go to that collaborate, copy monitor, select link, select this link, and we need to uh, monitor this ground floor. Okay, sorry, I haven't selected that monitor option. So go for monitor, select this, and then select this. You will see the monitor option. Okay, so that is done, right? And I think for the first floor also I have completed it. The monitor, yes, that is already monitored. Okay, so let's go for finish. Now if I change this ground floor ever, so it will show you this alert, because we are coordinating with this model, right? So it's giving you that alert, and that shouldn't be done. So you should move it back, okay, to that right position, and this is not yet correct yet. Okay, so you need to make it correct, otherwise you will get that warning. All right, so this is what we should do if I'm using any Revit file, and I'm coordinating with other discipline. So I need to go with this copy monitor, or else I can do create. So for that also I have this level here, and here we have this two option. Either I can go with this line or pick line option. If I choose this pick line option, so I'll provide the offset value, and here this make plan view option will be selected, and this should be selected because when you create the level, as per the level, the plan view will be created. So now you can see that the first floor level is there, ground floor level is there, but second floor level is not available here. So I need to create that plan view. So later I will show you that if it is unchecked or the plan view is not created, so how you can create also. So this is just creating. Let me just show you with this line option just how you can create on a certain distance. So this level is placed from the last, or the distance which is showing, this is showing from the last grid. All right, so there you can see, and now you see that as per my mouse movement, it's incrementing, right? The dimensional value increment with 100, right? Now if I zoom out, now you see that it increments with 1000, right? And if I zoom in, so it increments with 20. So you remember in the snap option, it was there, the snap increment, the dimensional snap increment. So that is the value. So there you can change the value if you need to. And this way you can just place. Okay. And here the distance which is shown on the level, that is calculated always from the 0, that is your ground floor level. Okay, so the distance which is visible on the level, that is always calculated from the 0, that is your ground floor level. All right, so I don't need these here. So level 3 and level 4 created here, so I'll just delete it, and these views will be deleted, so I'm okay with that. All right, now let me go to that visibility graphics or override. And within this project browser also you have this Revit link option. This is the link file. Here you can see this is the link file. All right, so here also you can go for reload. After right clicking it, you will get that reload unload option. So let me go with the unload, and here it is. Okay, now go to the view tab. There you have the plan views, flow plan, and you need to select these levels. So these levels are not included in the flow plan. So select this and this will be added. Click on OK, and there you can see these are added right now. Fine. So you have this.
So this was what I was talking yesterday, sir. This view, that plan views, even under that plan view, there's structural. So if you just press it, the structural plan will come. Yesterday I did that.
I'm not getting
So
your point.
So there you did the plan view, sir, that drop down button. So there
Yes.
also the structural plan is there. So once you click there, I think it'll appear in the project browser, sir.
Right. Right.
Yes, sir.
So that is available here also. So you can create from here, or else if you have created some views that you need to define only for the structural. Suppose you are creating a structural project, but you have selected architectural. So there you can choose the discipline also, or else from here also you can create a structural plan. So uh, you need to define if you are making a combined project. So here you can add structural plan. So these flow plans are architectural plan, and this is going to be the structural plan. And here we have the ceiling plan also. So in the ceiling we need to add all this. So for this, let's go for plinth level, second floor level. Click on OK. All right. Next. Now everything is fine. Okay, so this is how we should go. All right, and if you are using that landscape model, you are coordinating with the landscape model, or else you can choose this you can choose architectural file to create your structural file. So this way you can coordinate with other discipline to create your disciplinary model. All right, so you need to go with the copy and monitor. Fine. And after that start creating your old model. All right, place all the model components and all. So go to the ground floor, there you have. Okay, and you can place these grids. If you need all these grids, just select everything, go to the filter, check none, and check the grids only. So only the grids will be selected. So this way you can filter the selection, and after that you can okay, so we cannot copy this. here. So let me show you that in this first floor plan, these grids are visible. Okay, and the second floor plan, this grids are not yet visible. So if you need to see all the grids, so you can change the view range option. So you have this view range, go to its edit, and the bottom you see that is associated to level 2 only. You can make it associated to level, and as per that you need to go with the view depth also, and these will be visible. All right, so that is for today. And about the view range, I need to go in depth. Otherwise, this view range is a critical topic to understand. All right, I'm just finishing it here. I need to go with a separate class, and you need to understand this view range very well. All right. So right now, just showing you that with this view range, we can add if that is not added within this particular plan view, I can add with the view range. So these view options are there. Okay, so this is all for today.